Okay, y'all. So let me just rant for a little bit. I don't like the finish of this match. We're not even going. I'm not doing nothing. I didn't have a problem with the finish of this match. This wasn't an issue. So hold tight. Let me get the right um infographic up here. It wasn't that match. That match was fine. It just ended just like 2 seconds ago. I didn't like the finish of this match. I was very pissed off. Dakota should have won. I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing about Lyra Valkyria is good in the ring. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. I don't. Dakota Kai should be the first women's intercontinental champion. That's it. That's all. There's no discussion that needs to be had. I don't need to hear nobody's side. You can call me biased. You can say I'm too opinionated. I'm not listening to people's opinion, and I'm not. And I'm not. I'm not listening to your argument. I'm not listening to you trying to justify it. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Dakota Kai should be champion. Period, point blank. This was a terrible decision by Triple H. Y'all can call me a mark. You can call me one of those wrestling fans. I don't give a fuck about that either. Don't care. Dakota should be champion. Lyra Valkyria could be champion. That hoe was champion in NXT. Dakota ain't had one championship, singles championship yet, and she is owed one. She is owed a championship. Do you hear me? Because she should have been NXT champion at least twice by now. All right? That woman deserved this title, if not the ones that she was wrestling for before. So if y'all gonna be in the comments arguing with me about Dakota Kai, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm going to ignore you. I'm gonna ignore you, baby, like you don't exist. That's just the way it's gonna be. Don't give a damn about how you feel about it. Don't care if you crying, mad. Don't care. Do not care. We're not having an argument. This is not up for debate. This is not up for discussion. It is what it is. I said what the fuck I said. I did. I'm not arguing with you about it. I'm just not. So y'all can have at it. Y'all can argue. Y'all can fight. Y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want. But this ain't it. Okay. Now I said my piece. Hello to everybody in the comments. How y'all doing? I hope y'all had a good show. Okay. I hope you had a good show. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I didn't enjoy this. But the rest of the show was solid. But this shit, no ma'am. No ma'am, Pam. It did not give what they thought it had gave, honey. It didn't. He said, okay, I like this no time restraint. Baby, they cut that shit off at 10:30. Do you hear me? They was like, we ready to go. We don't need 3 hours today. I said, oh, they really ended this early. Okay. I told y'all they was going to use this. They was going to use this time as needed. Now, last week, what they should have did was let the Women's Intercontinental Championship happen on that show and have John Cena come out for this one. But I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Because y'all had The Rock on there. Y'all didn't need both of them on the show. You know what I'm saying? You didn't need The Rock and John Cena on the opener. You could have put John Cena on this one. But this one was cute. This one was cute. It was a nice show. It came off quick. We was good. We get to go to bed on time today. Amen. Amen, Jesus. How was my day? It was good until I saw that raggedy ass match with Dakota and Lyra. It was good until then. Dakota feels like the whole Gable situation all over again. In Gable's defense, Gable didn't really start to show that he had character until later. But like I said, it is what it is. You're not even biased because you used to not rock with Dakota. I definitely did not. But you know what? After a while, I started to realize that I was wrong. And I did admit that I was wrong when it came to Dakota. I admitted it, and I told y'all, and I told everybody else I was wrong, and that girl has what she needs. But baby, listen. When I tell y'all that lady has... Everything she done did for WWE, she done gave up. She done hurt herself how many times? 4 times? 2 on each knee? Them ripped that ACL and MCL twice? Both my knees? I done gave both my knees to this company. This hoe just got here. I would have cussed Paul Levesque's ass the fuck out. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We done did this whole motherfucking tournament, and you telling me that Lyra's bitch ass get to have the title before me? Well, we just think that's the direction we're gonna go in. Don't worry, we got some things waiting in the cooking. No, we need to cook right now. You done thawed this meat out already. You can't put this back in the freezer, bitch. It's time to cook this right now. What you mean? I done gave both my motherfucking knees. I'm in knee braces. That hoe could walk around here with her back bent, knees bent. She fine. Okay? Both of my motherfucking knees was given to this company. Oh, bitch, I'm walking out of here with something. And not no constellation prize either. I want that damn championship. I want that title. And I'm not buying it off the shop. I'm not buying it. You're going to give it to me. You're going to give it everything that comes with it. Her ass done experienced that already. I'd have cussed his ass the fuck out. Because you're not about to play me like that. You're not about to fucking play me like that. Hell no. Lyra ain't even built up no damn feud. What they gonna do with her? Because I promise you, if they gave her this championship just to give it to fucking Sonya, I'm gonna blow a goddamn gasket. I'm gonna cuss him the hell out. Because you could have just put Sonya in the fucking tournament.
Or if you want to go put Sonya in the tournament, you could have literally still gave it to Dakota, had Dakota keep it for a couple of months, and then drop it off to Sonya because they have the rivalry built up between them two, but they've been going back.
I don't want Dakota to drop that title to Sonya at any given point. But my thing is this. Why go through all of this rigmarole? You could have cut Dakota from the tournament early. You could have. Instead of having her go through this, get to the end to almost get it just for it to be given to Lyra.
Yeah, that's wild.
And I like Lyra. I don't have an issue with Lyra, but fuck that bitch. Oh. I'm finna be on 1,000 a day, so y'all might as well prepare yourselves. Prepare to be sick of me. Okay? Prepare to be sick of me. Kitty said if they're using Lyra as a transitional, then fine. But Dakota was literally right there if they wanted to start off the title with some razzle dazzle. Facts. Oh, Hunter like her a lot, but he always has some type of iron in the fire. Always. Not I'ma steal it. Hold tight. Not an hour. Well, they did. She was inaugural NXT tag champ for 1 hour. That's true. That's crazy. I forgot she was NXT tag champ.
Oh yeah, her and
Raquel. Raquel always hanging on to somebody's dingleberries. Ugh. Not you would have tore the monitors up. I honestly think even if they would have spaced them out, that the outcome of this would have been the same. Because they got something going, and I don't know what it is, but either way, I don't like the way it's starting out. She said, that's my championship, and you're going to tell her. You're going to tell her. I'm going to go to the fun stuff in a minute, Brandy. Just give me a minute. I got to get this off my chest before we get into Penta, because I was so happy for him. I was so happy. But I was mad about this, and I needed to get this out. And since I'm mad, we're going to move into Nia's punk ass. Nia came out there dressed like the Courage the Cowardly Lion. And she was mad because, Tiffany stole her championship, which She was out there talking to Adam, which Adam traded her to SmackDown in the first goddamn place. So I don't know why she was back there talking to Adam in the trade portal or whatnot. But whichever, however, she had her ass back there hollering at Adam and decided to come back there and start howling out there in the ring. And she basically said that, Bayley's hometown was poor and dumb. And she was like, I'm the girl who's at the top and I'm entering the Royal Rumble and I'm going to take whatever title I want. And I was like, well, bitch, the title that you had, you just letting little Tiffany ass walk around with it. And when you tried to go after the title when Rhea had it, you lost. So I don't believe you. You need more people. Sorry. Go on somewhere, me no line. Get your ass up out of here. I don't want to hear that shit. Lyra needs to build up the feathers that keep falling off as soon as the bell rings. She can't help it, child. She can't help it. No, but they put Zoe in there and let her advance, which she probably gonna be at Trump's inauguration next Monday. And they got the nerve to have the inauguration on Martin Luther King Day. The nerve. Well, it kind of fell because Martin Luther King's birthday is the 20th. It kind of fell on that, But I feel like y'all could have got inaugurated on Tuesday. Whatever. Sonya definitely don't need to win it at all. Well, she might. In my opinion, Sonya would be a good heel champion. I wouldn't be mad about that shit if Sonya got it. It'd just be another person I could yell at on TV, honestly. Girl, I can't hold it. I gotta pee. I had to force you. I had to pour out. Why do I need to know that you had to pee? Why do I need to know that? Not Raquel is a dingleberry. I didn't say that shit. Aaliyah said that Raquel was a dingleberry. I didn't say that. She can come back to me when she gets a personality and gimmick not based off of a Hitchcock movie. Girl, not the birds. Not the birds. Oh my God. Not the birds. Tell Raquel when you gonna be your own boss bitch, huh? All this back and you can't support yourself, girl. Cobra back. Just can't do shit. They really don't like her ass. Them boos was booing. Child. Nah, because Nia had me laughing. Her and them wee little boots. Nia looked good at least. I just wish it was a full gloved outfit. I'm not a big fan of animal print like that when you do it and it's like all over. I do like a good piece. You know what I'm saying? I do love a good piece. Now she had to come in there with some boots over the knees and was coming down there, but she had on some wee little boots and I just wasn't feeling it. I like the corset, cute, and her hair was fire. But I didn't like the cohesiveness of the outfit. I'm not a big all over animal print person. I don't like that. But that's just me. Who is this song, y'all? Not MLK Day. Baby, it's on MLK Day when he is to be inaugurated. It is on MLK Day. And that is a Monday. So after the inauguration, Raw will be coming on Netflix. Girl. Cause you said hold tight. Girl, go pee. Bitch, go pee. Nicole is a mess. Lyra needs to be champion. Lyra needs to champion for dead birds and chickens. That's crazy. Cause she be taking their feathers, child. Them ain't real feathers. She all right. Cobra Black almost tops Excited Watch. Y'all know where I got Cobra Black from. So when y'all get off of here, y'all get the chance, go over to Ali Sadiq's YouTube channel and watch his 4 stand-ups of the Domino Effect. They're very, very good. I got it from him, and you'll see where I got it from because there's a part in the domino effect that you'll hear it, and that's where I got it from. I got it from him. Otherwise, that shit would be on merchandise and everything else. Dumb, stupid, dirty city. If the base was like velvet red with the corset, I just wasn't. I like the corset. The corset really shaped her out. I thought that was cute. I feel like if the corset was on the shirt and she had black pants on and they was like wide leg pants and they was flare or they was those boot cut flared pants, that would have ate for me. But that's just me because I'm not a big animal print type of girl. The only type of animal print I like is that white Dalmatian animal print. That's the only type of animal print that I really, really like. And I'll deal with. And that's probably because I fucks with Cruella DeVille a lot, but that's just me. Let's get back into wrestling because we going off topic. I already told y'all Rhea Ripley showed up. She looked nice. She had her championship. It looked good on her. Okay, we're glad the title is back with moms. Okay, it's back with the moms. The baby had it. She was running around with it for a little while, but then her mama got her together, and then she took it because she said, "You don't know what the fuck you doing. Let me get this back." Speaking of her baby, in the bike before we had the street fight, Finn was back there prepping, and Finn was being real stank to Liv Morgan because she ain't got no champion, she ain't got no power. She has no power now. So because of that, of course, Finn Balor was rubbing it in. He was like, "Oh, Liv, I'm sure you'll get that title back in no time." She was like, "You know what, Finn? The Liv Morgan Revenge Tour was more than just titles. It was about taking a piece from Rhea Ripley that she'll never get back. And that's what I did." And I was like, "And now it's over." It's done. We love that for you. He was like, "Sure, sure. Oh, you know what? You two lovebirds, you got some talking to do." So Dom come up with some roses. "I know you like to thank you. Shit don't stink, but lean a little bit closer. See, roses really smell like boo, boo, boo." He brought the roses, and Liv took the roses and was like, "Oh, Dom, I'm not mad at you. I know you think you're mad, but I'm not mad." And he was like, "You're not mad at me?" She's like, "No, I'm not mad." Not mad. I was like, that's a lie. For any of y'all that ain't got no woman and ain't never been with no woman, anytime that a woman says, "I'm not mad," especially when they say it like that, they're lying. They're lying. You need to figure out what you did wrong, apologize, and then proceed forward to not ever do that again. I'm just giving you a nice little heads up. Now, I don't play them type of games. I tell Jared straight up, you done piss me off. I didn't like that shit. Okay? And he'll come back at me, "Well, you did some shit I didn't like either." I'm like, "Well, we both fucking up then." Shit. I don't have to play them motherfucking games. I'm not finna play them motherfucking games. I'm just not. Only animal print I like is are reptiles. You know what? I don't have a problem with that, but it's got to be on boots or a bag. I'm not wearing a fucking alligator shirt or dress. I'm not doing that. Sprinkle of blue foxes and chinchilla furs. I'm gonna have to have mine I can't kill a chinchilla. They so cute. Finn was so salty with Liv. I was like, losers. Not for nothing. I thought she was gonna smack the shit out of Dom with them flowers. To be fair, she would have been well within her right to do so. Kitty, nah, she can't reach. They both the same height. Yes, she can. Nicole said, "It's like, no, bitch, you a loser," and is. The whole group is full of losers. And is. And that's the benediction, ladies and gentlemen. That is the benediction. But Michelle Pfeiffer is like, it's Kenny called her Michelle Pfeiffer light. Oh God. Oh my God. Kitty, please. Please. Oh, Donnie said, look at that cockroach dress Nikki wore with that one time, baby. That shit freaked me out. I don't care. I love animal print. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I really not. Finn lost more than anyone. He did. They're not the same height. Liv is 5'2". Dom is 6'2". I thought you were talking about Finn. That's why I said it was the same height. Thank you for the height assessment. God. Let's talk about Penta. Penta showed up and showed out on Monday Night Raw. He was the first match right out the gate. They gave him all the time in the world to showcase and perform, and he had the crowd behind him. He is over, and I love that for him. I am so happy for Penta. I'm so happy for him. He was out there, he was performing, he was enticing the crowd, drawing them back in. They had a banger of a match against each other. It was so fire. It was so good. I am so happy for him. I think it was his family that was in the front row. I think it was his daughter or a family member of some kind. They were in the front row. They were in tears. Tears in the front row, babes. And I was just like, oh my God, she is bawling her eyes out. And I loved it because she was just genuinely happy for Penta. And we all were. And then when he got to cut his promo, he cut it in English and in Spanish. And it didn't matter what he said in Spanish, babe. You understood what the fuck he was saying. you got the gist. Bitch, I'm here now. It's my time, damn it. And I don't blame him. You know what I'm saying? Do you, baby boy. Do you. This is WWE. This is the big one. And you have been all over the world performing, and now you get to perform on the grandest stage of them all, bitch. My God, today. And he did it so easily. And shout out to Chad Gable, because Chad Gable gave him a match. Do you hear me? Chad Gable do not get enough respect for that. He really don't. And as much as, as flack as I give Chad Gable for his character, because I don't hate his character, but I dislike his character sometimes. But Chad Gable is definitely one of the best wrestlers, if not the best wrestler on this roster right now. And anybody who wrestles him always looks 1,000 times better. He is just excellent at what he does. And you got to give him his props and his respect for that. You just got to. He really did compliment Penta's high flying luchador style very well. And Penta complimented his ground and pound traditional wrestling style very well. They both worked well with each other. There were some little jitters in the beginning, but I chalked that up to the excitement of being out there in front of all those people. And once they really got into the groove, the match was smooth. Everything went like it was supposed to. There weren't no botches. Everything went from point A to point B, and I was so happy. Penta got the W. He won, and he looked great. He looked great. He looked like he belonged. And I was happy at the fact that he got to debut on his own and he wasn't attached to anybody else. I was so happy and so proud. This was a moment, because you have to understand, those of us who have seen Penta in other promotions and know what he's capable of, I've seen him in Lucha Underground, but when I was watching Lucha Underground, I didn't know his name. I would come across Lucha Underground in passing, and I would see matches here and there, and I remember him specifically. I remember him. I remember his mask. His mask and his face is very unique. So I remembered him.
Yeah, match he had with heels. Wild as fuck.
I didn't get to see that until later years.
Oh, shit.
But that was crazy. But I remembered him. I saw him wrestling AEW. He was a great wrestler in AEW. He was a great wrestler in Lucha Underground. He's going to be an even better wrestler in WWE. He just is a great wrestler all around. And WWE truly has acquired a real gem when it comes to Penta. Y'all, if they don't, I hope for WWE's sake that they don't just get him there for all the hype and then don't do what they need to do with him, because Penta isn't like some of the other superstars who have come to the roster. Penta has personality. He's got drive. He can talk on the microphone. And if you need him to give you a little bit more razzle dazzle on the mic, then just pair him with somebody who can do that. Somebody like Vega would work very well with him. And he could talk for himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really, really hope that Penta in the next year or two is either Intercontinental Champion or US Champion. And I would go even far as make him the company champion, because I want to see different. I want to see some change. I want to see you expand your horizons. We have had Black champions and we haven't had a Latina champion in a very, very long time. In a very long time. So I would not be mad at any of that. I want to see what they're going to do. I really do. It was his daughter that was crying. Oh my gosh. That was his little baby. No wonder why she was in tears. Oh my God. I was crying with her. I was crying. I said, oh my gosh. That little baby. That little baby was just happy. She was crying her eyes out. Okay. She said, I'm still stuck on Horgan's beard. Horgan's beard being on the back, and Steve Austin is right there. I don't think Stone Cold Steve Austin has a deal with them to promote his beer. I don't think he has that deal with WWE. Otherwise, his beer would probably be up there. Stone Cold has had that beer for years. And he never worked out a deal with WWE other than when he was on Broken Skull, he would mention it. But he didn't have no deal with WWE like what Hogan got. It probably is because the beer wasn't selling on its own and Hulk Hogan wanted to help with the WWE to help him sell it. But I'm going to tell you right now, anybody worth they salt ain't going to buy that raggedy ass piss. Ain't nobody finna drink that yak piss. We not finna drink it. Fuck him. He probably pissed in it to make it, nasty bitch. The Penta match was good. Gable was giving Penta a hell of a match. He definitely did. He definitely did. It was an amazing match. That was my favorite match of the night next to Damian and Finn's. Damian and Finn's match was good. I really like Damian and Finn's match, but I'll get to that in a minute. That was a good match. I can't wait to see more, right? I really want to see him go up against like Dragon Lee or Santos Escobar. I really want to see that. I really want to see that. I love to see his daughter happily crying for their father. All of them was in the front row crying. It was just, oh, now we wait for Ray Phoenix. Oh my God. I'm so upset because they could have debuted together and it would have been huge. And I'm really upset, but I know Tony Khan is probably madder than a motherfucker. I know he is punching the air right now. She said, I had to make a dirty martini. I'm so upset. Oh my God. But my man did great. He definitely did, Nicole. I was in here and I was talking to Jared. I was like, I know Nicole at home crying. I know she at home crying right now. She do it every time. I know she at home crying. He sold the fuck out of that Mexican destroyer. That Mexican destroyer was disgusting. It was disgusting. I was like, oh my God. Now, I did record the full Penta match and put it up because Penta deserved that, in my opinion. So I recorded that. That's up. I'm going to go back and get the end of Raw because I didn't get to get that because my phone cut off on me. So I'm going to have to get that before I post the rest of these clips. Penta and Ray would be a great match for Ray WrestleMania. I ain't going to say that. I ain't going to say it's not going to be great, but I mean, I'm 5'5'2" on a good day. Finn's 5'10", 5'11". I highly doubt that Finn is 5'10". I think Finn is like 5'8", 5'9". I don't think he's 5'10" because Charlotte is taller than him. So is Rhea.
Rhea's 5'10", 5'11".
No, he's not. He's not. He's like 5'8". Yes, Lucha Underground was when I first saw his face. The masks are gonna do numbers.
It was a bunch of them in the crowd tonight.
You said she wasn't. They were. They did have a bunch of them in different colors today.
Yeah, somebody had on.
They must have had the mask ready to be sold backstage. In the merch at the merch table.
Yeah, somebody had a.
Somebody had a red one, an orange one out there.
There was a red and gold one out there.
Yeah,
like, people in the crowd with his mask on already.
Yeah. Penta's wife and children. Steve's beef is barley and his beer is barley in liquor stores. I can't with you. Him and Santos would slap, wouldn't it? I'm excited for what's next for Penta, especially as a first timer. Liv Morgan is not 5'2". Her height is 5'5". I just looked it up on Google. Okay. Cool. Love that for her. I was crying. Girl, I know. I knew you was crying, child. Oh, she just looked at like it. Okay. I'm glad they gave him mic time. He got to say whatever he wanted, and I was happy. Keeps Ray's ass away, girl. Finn is not that tall. He definitely isn't. He definitely isn't. They got AJ Styles listed as 5'10". And I know damn well he not that tall. Oh my God, we the same height. Twin, where have you been? His masks are fire. I've met Finn. He's maybe 2 inches taller than me, and I'm 5'6". Like, that's 5'8". I'm telling you. That's wild because they don't usually drop their merch after the show, after the show or after their debut match. Sometimes if they're big enough, their merch is already ready to go. And because Penta was already signed, sealed, and ready to roll, he just had to wait till that time was up to debut. Like, that's it. They had his shit ready to go. They knew how it was gonna go. Sometimes when they know they got a gym, they're gonna go in and they're gonna make sure it's ready to go. Finn is 5'11". Finn is not 5'11". He's not 5'11". You have to think about the other people in the company who are 5'11". Sometimes Google can be wrong, babes. Google can be wrong. Think about who else in the company is 5'11". And then think about them standing next to Finn. He's not 5'11". He's not 5'11". Hello, how are you? I'm gonna let y'all know them heights them wrestlers give online are not real. That's an old school trick. Like, wake up. He's not 5'11". He's not that tall. He's not. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, he's taking it, ain't he? WWE is like, we gonna market the fuck out you. We gonna get this money. We gonna get this money. You feel me? Like, how you about to tell me and I actually seen him in person? Baby. If it is 5'11", Damien is 6'11". Child. Why do we care how tall these people are right now? I don't know. King Matthew the Third, hello. You say you're new to the channel, but I feel like Finn should have won against Damien. Also, I think Dakota should have won tonight as well. I do not think Finn should have won at all. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay, so let's go to Finn match. Because the other matches were repeat matches. So is Finn's. But the other matches were repeat matches. Okay? Outside of Dakota Kai, it was a repeat match. Except for the one with The Miz and Sami Zayn, which I'll get to that in a second. So, look. Finn had to lose. Because Finn, it has been on a downward spiral. And he needs to full on be broken. this is where the break is going to happen because there needs to be a shift. When did Finn turn heel? Like before, was it after the pandemic? It's been like they've been no, it was afterwards. It was like right when they started people coming back into the building. They started letting people come back and go into live events. So what was that? 2021, 2022? Because the Judgment Day have been running around for like the last 3 years. So that had to be 2021. Okay. So Finn has been on this kick. He's been tag team champion multiple times. He ain't been able to get that title back in any capacity. He has been jealous of everybody in the group except for JD McDonough, Carlito when he got there. And he was even jealous of Dom because Dom was able to beat Damian and he wasn't. The whole point of him losing is to break him down. He got to go. He got to go all the way down to the depths and be broken into pieces. And this is the catalyst of fully killing Judgment Day all the way through. Destroy it. Because at this point, Finn Balor has no, even if he had a won against Damian Priest today, that wouldn't have given him no momentum to go forward. Even if he would declare for the Rumble, it's a given that he was going to lose. He hasn't done anything outside of sabotaging his own group to maintain himself. And even in that regard, he could not keep himself on top. So in my opinion, in order for the feud to end, he had to be the one to eat the loss. It had to be him. Kitty, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Also, spell his name right. I'm mad. I'll argue tonight. Finn's a loser, so losers lose. My man Damien was looking real good tonight. Big Papi was out there fighting. Big Papi took Finn to the night water. You hear me? To the night water. Fucking up. JD is now fully broken. Get ready for the ride. I want them to be over. I'm sick of their ass. Now, let me tell y'all something. Gunther came out today in his good funeral suit, wearing that ring, and was like, I was so happy about Raw debuting on Netflix. It was a great time, but I was not impressed with the matches. The matches were not giving. Now, he ain't say that, but he was like, the matches were not up to par. Okay? They were not good. And he said, right now, I'm looking for whoever is going to be my next opponent because right now I don't see nobody who fits the narrative. I don't see it. Where is it? And then Jey Uso's music hit, and I was like, Raggy. Like, JJ, I love yous. I love you lots. But, ooh, so Gunther was like, baby, listen. You cute and everything. You sell a lot of merchandise and everything, and we love that. But, baby, I done beat you twice when I was Intercontinental Champion. What makes you think right now that you have any chance in hell of coming up against me and beating me? He was like, main event might be a nickname to you, but main event is where I belong. And you are not on my level. So I'm going to really let you think about this before I beat your ass and make you regret ever even coming out here. I'm going to let you think this over. I'm going to let this run through your brain a couple times. Then he walked his ass out the ring. And Jey Uso was a little perplexed. He was a little taken aback. And he was like, you know what? Nah, because you spitting facts, though. I ain't gonna front. Dead ass. You right. You beat my ass twice. Feel me? And you are right. I was a tag team champion. I was a tag team player. And basically, because he's saying that because Gunther told him that he ain't nothing but a tag team wrestler. That's all he is. And so Jey Uso was like, I'm going to show you why main event Jey Uso is not just a nickname. It's where I belong and it's who I am. And he said that Saturday night Main event, Jey Uso is gonna become the world heavyweight champion. Oos. And he slammed the mic on the ground. And you know Gunther laughed at him. Now I'm like, last time your ass laughed at somebody, you lost your championship, Playboy. I'm just saying, you might want to not do that this time. You might want to assess the situation for what it really is and not take it as, oh, I'm going to beat his ass, because you did that with Samuel and you ended up losing, babes. You ended up losing, babes. Okay? I'm just saying. All right. King Matthew said, I also think Sheamus is going to beat Brian Breaker for the belt and for the Jey and Gunther match. I want Jey to win, but he probably won't. We are on the same page, love. We're on the same page. I 100% believe that Sheamus is going to beat Brian Breaker for that Intercontinental Championship. Number one, I feel like everybody that wasn't on Monday Night Raw, their titles is getting ready to change. I don't know why, but I just feel like that. It's no shade to Gunther. Gunther is an excellent champion. He makes for great TV. But I don't think Gunther should be on Raw. I honestly think Gunther should be traded and he should go over to SmackDown. And if he wants to be U.S. champion for a little while, he can. And then after they get this title, this big championship taken care of, they can have a Gunther go after the WWE championship and move into that medium. But I think he should be moved from Raw. That's just me. But I do agree with you, King Matthew. I 100% agree with you. I love Finn, but for the love of God, move the fuck on from Priest. I think he will, Kayla. I believe you're behind a little bit, honestly. I think you're behind. Hold tight, y'all. All right. When Damian slammed Finn on the tables and Finn act like he was injured when he opened his eyes on the stretcher, it was too funny. Fair enough. Lady Gay said, I need Black Air Force One energy from Jey when dealing with Gunther, period. Because this motherfucker is not to be played with. It's not to be played with. Gunther tripping. He barely won each time Jimmy messed him up. Other than that, he would have won. I mean, Gunther not tripping. It wasn't a barely. Gunther won very clean, but Jey Uso did have some moments. Not gonna lie. Like, God knows I'm still working type energy. I predict Jey could almost beat Gunther, but I think Solo is gonna cost him because he isn't finished with Roman. I don't think him costing Jey Uso has anything to do with Roman Reigns. If anything, Solo would eliminate Roman in the Royal Rumble, and that would be his way of saying he ain't finished with Roman. But to go after Jey Uso, to me, is irrelevant because Roman ain't gonna do nothing about the fact that Jey lost a match. Roman don't care about that shit. As much as he love little cuz, he don't give a fuck. I know I love my man, but I would really love Sheamus to finally win that IC title so he could finally be a Grand Slam champion. You and your barking puppy. Love that for you. Sheamus and Ludwig put on quite the match. It was actually really good match between the two of them. But they always fight really well in the ring, and they fought so many times before. I'm not going to lie and say that I sat and watched it with bated breath. It was a good match. It ended the way it was supposed to. Sheamus picked up the win over Ludwig Kaiser, and that's it. That's all. Okay? Now, if you're coming in late, I have already covered this. I'm not going over it. Dakota should be your inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion, and that's it. That's all. I don't want to hear nothing else about it. She should be champion. Period. Okay. Rhea Ripley had a segment on Monday Night Raw. Nia Jax came out there dressed like she was finna go steal somebody's man. And Bailey was in her hometown. San Jose is in her hometown. So they was all out there, arguing. and then they took out, Nia together. But if you notice, Bayley was stirring real hard at Rhea Ripley's title. I think Bayley is the trade in this trade portal. Bayley is the one going to Raw. The Wyatt Six have also been traded to SmackDown. We don't know who got traded for them, but the Wyatt Six have been traded to SmackDown, which is very, very interesting because I want to see what they're going to do. They had something going with Karrion, but because, Karrion and them beat them, they decided that they could trade them. I don't know exactly how they're going to play this out on SmackDown, if they're going to be villains or heroes on SmackDown, but it's going to be very interesting to watch. Now, the show opened up with CM Punk. He was talking about Mania, moving on from Seth freaking Rollins. But Seth came out there to interrupt, and Seth was like, bitch, you're not going no motherfucking where. He was like, I'm going to make it my mission to make sure I take away your WrestleMania dreams the same way you took away my moment from beating your ass on Monday Night Raw last Monday. And he had a shiner, bitch. I was like, ooh, you need to put a stake on that. My God. It was all kinds of colors. I said, "Ooh, it's very rainbowish." Oh my God, a good dab of concealer would have helped that. A little peach. And then CM Punk was laid out for the girls with his concealer and foundation. I said, "Ooh, they caked you up, girl." It's giving Paul Heyman. Like, tell them to go easy. Tell them to go easy, honey. Okay. What did Triple H do wrong? Triple H booked that women's Intercontinental Championship match incorrectly. Dakota should have won over Lyra. That's it. That's it. What match types would you want to see return to WWE 2K25? I want to see story mode from the SmackDown versus Raw series return. Wow, that's a deep cut. I kind of like the separations that they have for 2K20 for 2K period. I like the storylines, they're different. I wasn't a fan of the lock um storyline on 2K. I wasn't a fan of that, so I didn't do it. I let my husband play play it. I didn't do it. I didn't like it. But I did like the women's storyline. I always prefer the women's storyline. But I don't know. I want to see what else they're gonna do. Like I'm very curious as to how they're gonna do this. Like we have the indie story. We just did that on 2K24. We had the lock from last year's, like I said, and when we had prior to that, we had the Nepo baby. What was the male one for 2K 23? You don't remember? I don't remember what the male one was for 2K23, but I want to see what they're gonna do because they have another way to make this work, and I'm just interested. I'm curious as to how they're gonna let this play out because they had it, where you could pick where you wanted to go, or like where you would start. If you started on Raw or SmackDown or in NXT, you know what I'm saying? You was like a WWE recruit, and that was the way it was on 2K23. I believe it was for everybody, if I recall. Wasn't it like that for the men too?
I think so.
Still didn't get special match between the ladies. Should have been 2 out of 3 falls. Why Nia Jax there? Should have been Raquel Gonzalez facing Rhea Ripley. Well, I don't think that Nia's facing Rhea. She was there. They're doing the trade portal, so they used her to be on the show, which you're probably going to see that for a little while. But I don't think she's facing Rhea. I don't think she's going after Rhea. I don't think anybody's set to go after Rhea just yet. I don't think that's happening. Point of view of JD when you're short and got big ass bobblehead on the tiny ass body, but had a view of vibe of Beetlejuice. Like say Beetlejuice 3 times. Okay, Kayla. Give him that damn cocoa butter, that jojoba oil, girl. Multiple story modes. Never do special matches when it comes women division. No one's talking about that women wrestling is supposed to have variety. 80s glow, my childhood Real presentation, women wrestling. What is wrong with you? Why are you saying things over and over? Are you a bot? Like, please go home. Go home, sir. Go home. Some of y'all might come over here into my channel and y'all don't like women's wrestling. Y'all can leave. Y'all can leave. If you don't like women's wrestling, and when I'm talking about women's wrestling, and you're just coming into my channel, you can fucking leave. You don't have to come in here and put these long ass fucking messages in the box and to talk your bullshit. If you want to do that, that's what Twitter, Blue Sky, fucking Snapchat, bitch, that's what that's for. Don't come over here with that bullshit. Do not come over here with that misogynistic a-hole bullshit. Keep that shit over there while you jacking off the Chun Li, you worthless piece of shit. God, some of y'all are some fucking weirdos. Anyways, while Punk and goddamn, made me lose my train of thought. Anyways, Punk and Seth was going back and forth, and Seth made it very clear that while CM Punk was ready to move forward because he won and he all happy and in his feelings, Seth is like, bitch, we're not going nowhere. This is still happening between us, whether you want it to or not, ho. I'm not going no motherfucking where. So Seth said he entering into the Rumble too. And he gonna make it his mission to win the Rumble and make sure CM Punk does it. Okay? So that's when Drew McIntyre came out. I said, God damn. Like, God, what the fuck? That's what CM Punk was like. He was like, oh, Jesus. He was like, last time I saw you, you was PI to the motherfucking MP. What's up? Like, last time I saw you, bitch, you was on your knees begging me not to kill you. Okay? With your head busting open. Now, if you say something crazy, I might bust your head open again. And I promise you, it's not gonna be 15 stitches to help you. So watch your mouth, keep your tea-hole. He was like, great, Punk, glad you're here, but I wasn't talking about you. And CM Punk was like, raggy. And Seth was like, bitch, I know you're not talking to me. Because I will fight your ass right here, right now. I don't have no problem with whooping your ass. Okay? Then here comes Drew with his almighty martyr shit. Like, y'all saw last week that Roman regained his Ula follow, which makes him the tribal chief again. The man is in power again. It has power. And y'all are acting like it's not a problem. Y'all are acting like this is not an issue. He said nobody's doing anything about it but me. No, that's a lie. Because you ain't touched Roman Reigns since he came back. You haven't looked at him. You ain't tried to take him down. You ain't attacked him. You didn't go out there and help Solo win. I didn't see your motherfucking ass out there fighting. You was talking about Seth not going out there, going at his neck. Where the fuck was your antennas when them niggas was out there fighting? You was nowhere to be found, Drew. You was too busy focusing on who? Jey Uso, right? Which you ended up losing to him in that match. You talk all this game, but you don't never back that shit up. The kind of shit you talking goes to somebody who actually be putting in that work. You haven't done shit. Your problem is with the tribal chief, yet you keep on dancing around him. You keep on finding different reasons to fuck with other people instead of going to the source, bitch. Not only that, the one who actually cost you the title, you leaving him to his own devices. And you could have been took his ass out. Talking about, I got a list and I'm going to execute it. The list, fuck the list. The man was right there. You could have came in there and Claymore kicked him and ended that shit. But you didn't do that. But you want to blame everybody else. I'm the only one knowing the truth. I'm the only one telling the truth. You keep saying that. Same songs, same dance, different toilet. And I'm not finna shit in the same toilet with you, bitch. I want my own toilet. The fuck? Tired of you. Hell, the girls sometimes be having better matches than the men. Okay. Clock the T, Lady Gates. Clock the T. This Rumble gonna be spicy, ain't it? Ain't it? Period. I know a couple females who put on a 5-star classic better than the men. Periana. CM Punk was definitely over it. He was like, I'm tired of talking with you hoes. We can fight this shit out right now. Let's just fight because I'm tired. Now, that was everything, y'all. That was everything except for Sammy's match with The Miz. When The Miz and Karrion went into the office of Adam, they found out that the Wyatt Six had been moved to SmackDown. So it's out of bounds for them to compete against the Final Testament. And The Miz is kind of relieved. He's like, woo, that's one less thing we got to worry about. Then Sammy walks up, not trying to be rude. He walks up and he goes, is Pierce in there? And they say, yeah, he's in there. Go talk to him. And then here come Karrion being his Chaos King self, full on trickster. Okay. He was like, I heard a little conversation you had with Seth. It's interesting. He was like, oh yeah, it was. He was like, well, then they start, going at him for not winning the championship. He's never been world heavyweight champion. And so he was like, Miz was like, well, Sammy was like, well, I guess, Miz, it must be nice to, be able to hide behind Karrion. You've been doing that for the last 6 months. And he was like, well, I'm a 2-time world champion. That's 2 times more than you've ever been champion. That would have been my cue to been like, you a 2-time world champion. True enough. Congratulations, you fucking piranha. I will also counter that by saying the combined nature of those titles don't even equal up to half the time that I was tag team champion or half the time that I was on TV. But given the fact that you seem to believe that you are somehow superior to me because you were a 2-time champion, how about we just work this shit out in the ring and then I could beat your ass, kick you in your face, and still pin a 2-time world champion with no motherfucking title. And you'll still be a 2-time world champion, and you still will have suffered a loss to me. But he didn't do that. He just walked in there and was like, how I was going to talk to Adam, about the Royal Rumble and some other stuff, but I can wait. Let me go talk to Adam about going and fighting you. You and me one-on-one tonight. So me standing there like, all right, well, we got a match tonight. He was like, Carrie was like, we? No, baby. He said, you got a match. Good luck. Good luck, former champ. Drew over here with his fingers in all the pies. Girl. I feel like the solo Roman match last week could have ended with both Drew and KO costing Roman the match. I feel like the match should have had Solo win. Roman won it back too early. And I feel like he could have won it back at Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble is like a few weeks from now. Like, once we hit next week on the 25th, Royal Rumble will be a week from that Saturday. From the 25th, Royal Rumble will be 1 week from Saturday. So honestly, a few weeks versus now, it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered. Also, Drew pointing fingers at Seth not being out there during the Roman match last week. Where was Drew when he could have cost Roman the match by hitting the Claymore? That's what I said. No shade. This episode wasn't given. The Nia part was the only good thing. Highly disagree, but if that's how you feel, that's your business. Can't disagree. It is what it is. If that's how you feel, Nia's part was a minute part. Honestly, they could have kept it off if we being honest. I didn't need to see that, but they had it in there. It was cute. Whatever. wasn't something that I need, but I liked the show overall. I thought the show was eating, especially Penta's match. Penta's match was fire, and his show, his particular, the way they showcased him was good, and I just really enjoyed it. So while I disagree, you're entitled to your opinion, so do you. Next week, Drew McIntyre is going to face off against Seth freaking Rollins. They're going to have their match. They said something else was supposed to happen next week. I don't remember. I do remember that. So I'm going to get my ass up out of here because I am done rambling and hollering and screaming at the screen. Like I told y'all, Jey Uso is going to be a Saturday Night Main Event. This is going to be on Saturday, January 25th. This is next week, and they're going to be in Texas. If I recall, it is San Antonio, Texas, where they're going to be. All right. So y'all make sure y'all remember that Penta is over on Monday Night Raw. Killed it today. If you can, which you should be able to, the playback usually is immediate over on Netflix. Go over to Netflix and at least watch the beginning of the show so you can watch Penta's debut because it was well done and it was very, 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 very good. Okay, we loved it. We loved it, ladies and gentlemen. And that is your Monday Night Raw after show. All right, please stay tuned for Wednesday. I go live on Wednesday and we talk about NXT. And then we'll move into Freestyle Wednesday where we talk about anything. So if you have questions, if you have any type of conversation you want to have about anything, AEW, WWE, or any of the other promotions that are out there, then you can come on in here and we can talk about all of it. I will talk about it to the best of my knowledge, or I will put the link in the box in the comment section, and you guys can come in and talk about it and tell me about it because I will listen. But y'all got to interact, okay? Because on Wednesdays, I be in here for 2 or 3 hours, and I be literally talking to myself unless Don and Kenny come in here cutting up, okay? And I don't appreciate that. If you guys want to donate to the channel, you definitely can. Everything you need to know is always scrolling at the bottom, okay? Make sure you guys subscribe. If you haven't already, please do. Subscribe to the channel. You can get notifications on when I go live and when new videos are going up. This week, you're going to get 2 new videos. I am working on them now as we speak. The book club, wrestling book club, is going up this Saturday. That is the 18th. Okay, and the book we're going to be talking about is Lita's book. We're going over Lita's book this week. So I'm going to go over it and do a full overview, and then I will go live and we'll talk about Lita's book and what I feel about it. And, you know, we'll just have a little conversation. The next book we're going to go over is Becky's book. We're going to start reading Becky's book, and then we'll do a members live for that as well. The Wrestling Book Club is going to be for the members exclusively at first. It will become available for you guys later who are subscribers. So remember that. Be mindful of that. All that being said, love you guys. Thank you guys for coming. And you noobs that came over here, thank you so much for coming in here and talking. Okay, I appreciate y'all coming in, voicing your opinions. We might disagree, but that doesn't mean you're not allowed to have your opinion. All right. You guys also can shop my merchandise, which is always, always, always available on the community tab. Just go over there and it'll probably be in this video somewhere. You should be able to click it somewhere. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate y'all and I love y'all so much. I gotta go and I'll see you guys on Wednesday.
If you don't want to see me, if you don't want to see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I was. Did the heartbreak change me? Maybe, but look at where I ended up. I'm okay already, so moved on, it's scary.